Download Tarang online radio app from Google Play Store.
विज़न टीवी देख रहे हैं, इनका सबको दर्शकों को मैं यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि आगे जो आने वाले हमारे कंपटीशन है मेरे लिए कि ये प्रेयर कीजिए, क्योंकि जो आगे वाले काफ़ी हार्ड कंपटीशन टफ है, तो सभी मेरे लिए कि ये प्रेयर कीजिए कि आगे वाले कंपटीशन है उसमें अच्छा करूँ मैं। विज़न टीवी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Mr. Kabir and his organization 5 Holdings is one of the key sponsor at Ganga Ram Hospital for the cardiac surgery of all the tiny tots, maybe preborn, newly born, and as young as 5 to 7 years old, who have heart complications and which requires lots of money and lots of inspiration and a lot of goodwill to carry for the surgery. Mr. Kabir, what inspired you to join hands with Dr. Joshi and Sir Ganga Ram Hospital here? How has been that motivation?
Pranab, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the time to speak to you today. So the first point is what inspired us. I think what made us come forward in this endeavor with Sir Ganga Ram, Dr. Joshi and his team. Now, as entrepreneurs, we are known for creating wealth, but equally importantly, we have a duty to behave responsibly with that wealth. And one of the most important things we have to do is to lead by example and give that wealth back to the community, because in some senses the community has given us this wealth, and we have to then channel this wealth back to the needy in the community. So that was the motivation behind the idea, and actually it's a duty. I mean, last year I received the award for the philanthropic CEO of the year. And when I spoke to other CEOs, I said, listen, this is one of the most pleasurable things you will do. Forget, because at the end of the day, most entrepreneurs have some degree of selfishness. Where they work hard to generate wealth for themselves. And I was appealing to this selfishness when I said, you will truly enjoy this. I mean, the people who are receiving the money, yes, they will be benefiting more than you. But you are the second biggest beneficiary, because there is a great pleasure in giving. And there is a great pleasure in giving without expecting anything in return. It will free you. It will release you. And this is the message I want to take forward to anybody else who's listening, that there is a tremendous pleasure in doing this. Think of it as a selfish act and do it. Do it for yourself.
This also reminds me, let me break here, this also reminds me, I'm taking a liberty to break your speech, but this certainly reminds me of Warren Buffett, who not only does philanthropy work himself, but he has brought hundreds and hundreds of big CEOs in USA together. You are doing almost the same. Yeah. It may be a small work, but it is very inspiring and very liberating.
Well, I truly appreciate the compliment, but what I'm saying, I mean from my heart. I mean, Warren Buffett is a great inspiration, not only for entrepreneurs, but for people in general, as to how wealth should be respected and treated, and how it is not something it's not something to only propel yourself forward, but it is something to propel the community forward while propelling yourself forward. And to answer your second question about Sir Ganga Ram Hospital and Dr. Joshi and his team, there's nothing that we can do that can ever come close to what they're doing. The hours they spend, the dedication, the time, the efforts that they take. I don't know whether you've seen the outreach programs that happen where they go into little villages all away from Delhi. I've been to one of these outreach programs in areas outside of Agra, and I have seen the frustration and the tremendous pain they go through meeting these parents who are so helpless.
The outpour that comes there.
Yes, and these parents are so helpless, because I cannot imagine the pain. I mean, I'm a father of 4 and I'm very blessed. But even just recently, I was my daughter. We were traveling, and my daughter, who's 7 months old, was very sick, and the sheer helplessness I felt, and I cannot imagine. And fortunately, I have the resources to deal with it. But imagine to see that in your child and not have the resources, the pain it must cause a father of not being able to fulfill that duty towards his child, to take care of his child. And these kind people to go there and to not only take care of the child but to help the parents, to deal with their psychologies, to make them feel better and to give them some hope, and then to treat these children. I mean, this is such a tremendous thing they are doing, that there is nothing that, I myself feel that it is therefore more of a duty to keep contributing to such programs so that we can help these people doing their great work.
But then Dr. Joshi and his team are ever so indebted to the kind work, the support that your team at 5 Holding does.
Yes.
They feel that you are the real hero here.
Well.
And at the same time, they feel that all the kids who are getting new lease of life, all the blessings surely will come to you and on the team that you have put into. And the time that you spend, you said that you once went to one of the outreach program in Agra, and today you are here putting as much time as it requires. Everybody loves Sunday, but you are here for a cause. That's a bigger message.
Well, I'm humbled and I'm grateful. But again, I feel that this is a duty I have, and I only feel I'm doing the work that I'm meant to do.
One last question. How do we inspire? Endowment is very, very in Western world. Endowment is a very big noble cause, and it is taken as a mission mode.
Yes.
How do you inspire people for endowment or to the charity in India? I think you could be one of the as you said, you already have been recognized, and I think government should also come forward and they should recognize your charity work apart from your corporate work.
Well, honestly, I think that if we look back into our cultural roots, our history, if we look into the Gita itself, we find enough that makes us do this. This is, when I talk about duty, I'm talking about our dharma. And I think that in that respect, our society and our culture may have gotten a little lost, maybe in the last 50, 70 years, excessive liberalization, westernization. And these are positive things. We must take good things from the West, but we must not forget who we are. And I think if we start looking into who we are, all these values are within us. They are in our DNA. They have been within us for thousands of years as a civilization. And I think that this is something that we must look introspect and look within ourselves, because the answer lies within you each and every time. Of course, from an institutional perspective, look, I'm myself not institutionalizing this. All the money that we give is our own capital. I'm not taking money from others. I'm not trying to turn this into something. I'm not trying to do bigger work or greater work. I'm just trying to do what I can do. And I think everybody just does what they can do, no matter how little it is. We will alleviate so many problems. Trying to make it bigger and institutionalizing it, sometimes people get concerned. Is it getting corrupted? Is it getting lost? Do every individual, even you, him, we all have the power to do some good. And it may not be big, and it doesn't have to be big. But if everybody just takes that little bit effort to do some good today, I think that's the only message I can spread.
As they say, charity begins at home. Charity begins by a penny. It can go to 1 million. Thanks very much for your kind work that you are doing with Sir Ganga Ram Hospital and Dr. Joshi's team. But where do you see that you want to take it to the further? Do you have any ballpark figure that how you want to take it year-on-year basis?
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm a numbers guy, and I love talking about numbers and growth, and I do that in my work. In this, all I would like to promise myself is to do my very best every day. And if I can do that for as long as God has left me on this earth, I'll be very grateful.
On that positive note, thank you, sir, for your great work you are doing at Sir Ganga Ram Hospital here.
Thank you.
And we have seen hundreds and hundreds of kids. They are blessing you. They've got new lease of life for themselves.
I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
विज़न टीवी देख रहे हैं, इनका सबको दर्शकों को मैं यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि आगे जो आने वाले हमारे कंपटीशन है, ये मेरे लिए कि ये प्रेयर कीजिए, क्योंकि जो आगे वाले काफ़ी हार्ड कंपटीशन टफ है, तो सभी मेरे लिए कि ये प्रेयर कीजिए कि आगे वाले कंपटीशन है उसमें अच्छा करूँ मैं। विज़न टीवी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Download Tarang online radio app from Google Play Store.
ਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਟੀਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ। ਮੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਕਰੋ ਦੁਆ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਇਹ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਕਰੀਏ, ਵਧੀਆ ਕਰੀਏ। ਅੱਗੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਬੈਸਟ ਆਫ 6 ਵਿੱਚ ਆਊਂਗਾ। तो सभी मेरे लिए करना दुआ करना। थैंक यू विज़न टीवी।